it's T here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am trying a couple of new makeups and get ready with me. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. But before then, give this channel a like and a subscribe down below, and then everything that I've used today will be listed in the description box. So I really do hope you enjoy my video, and I will. Alright, let's put my hair back before it gets started. So I did want to, I don't know what I want to do with my eyes today. I'm thinking a little something shimmery, glittery. But first, I'm going to get my brows done off camera, and then I'll be back to prep and prime my eyes for the eye look. All right, now that my brows are on, I'm going to prime my eyelids really quickly. I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match concealer in C3. I don't actually know how I feel about this concealer as an actual concealer. So far, I really like it as a eye primer. And I went through this is gonna be my third shade. I haven't really found my shade in this concealer, and I don't know if I love it. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to have it as a eye primer and base. I kid you not, I have it in literally 3 different shades. I couldn't figure it out for my skin. It just didn't look right for me. And then I am going to set it really quickly. I've been really liking this Kosas powder, and I've been really enjoying setting it underneath my eyes and on my eyelid because it's so thin, so airy, and so lightweight. And I'm using the N14 brush. I did wash all of my brushes yesterday, and I did my makeup yesterday, and I already recorded this video yesterday, and I never hit the record button. So I just sat here and talked to myself and created content for 2 hours and didn't hit the record button. I mean, not that I've ever had someone in this room that I'm talking to, but when I'm talking, it seems like you guys are here with me as well too. But now that I didn't record it, it just felt like I just was talking to myself, no content created, nothing got uploaded. So there's that. I do want to play with this palette right here. It has a lot of colors. I don't know if I'm going to be using the more crazier color. I might just stick to my, I know, basic. So this is a little bit warmer. I'm going to use more on the lighter side. So I'm going to pick up the shade Caesar to buff all over my crease, like so. So really light, something to transition. And then I'm going to use the next shade over called Sauced. And I'm doing the same thing with that shade, just really blending it into my crease slowly. And my inner as well too. It's okay if it gets all over your eyelids. It's okay if it's all blended and blown out, because we're gonna go in with a really pretty shade on top. And when you think it's super blended, blend some more. I love a very seamless, very cohesive eye look. So I tend to take forever blending my eyeshadow out. And then I'm going to get the shade Low Blow with a MAC 217 brush just to focus this shade a little bit more on the outer corners and then defining my crease a lot more. So I'm just gonna tap it in the outer corner. As you see, it deepens and darkens it, and then pulling it into my crease like so. I'm not blending this everywhere. I'm just really focusing this all over the outer and my crease, like so. So just giving it more of a definite shape. Then I'm going to go back in with this brush, and I'm going to go back in with that light shade called Caesar that we put on in the first place. And I'm just going to lightly blend this all together, giving it very seamless, blended look like that. That looks so blended. Then I'm going to go in with this palette. I don't know what I want to use because all the colors in here looks amazing. I am gravitating towards like the more glittery shades from this palette. I might go with this blue silver shade. And I find that the the glitty. Wow, can I talk? The more glittery shades by Natasha Denona, I find that it's best applied with your fingertip. Ooh, oh my god. Like, I just find that your fingertip is the best for this. And the eyeshadow by Natasha Denona, it has like this cream type of feeling to it. I can't really explain it or pinpoint it, but it's so gorgeous. It's so pigmented, and as you can see, there's not a lot of fallout, but I usually when I do my eyeshadows, I would do it first before I do the rest of my face, just in case there's like fallout, I can wipe it off. Wow, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I want to go in and really warm that shade up. I'm gonna go in with this like champagne brown shade right here, and I'm gonna lay that on top. So we're just like mixing shadows right now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gosh, I want to play with more in this palette. Like, I want to dab it more, like, but I think I'm gonna have to stop here before I get too out of hands. I'm going to blend my crease again with the shade Low Blow, and then I'm just going to make sure I focus out here. I don't want to blend all of the glitter off. You know what would be a really pretty topper for this? I think Space Cowboy would be like a good topper for this. And then I'm gonna deepen my outer edge with this shade right here in the Natasha Denona palette. It's this chocolatey brown shade right here, and I'm really just focusing it really close to the lash line, like so. And it's really pigmented, so I'm not gonna dip back in. I'm just using this to really, sorry, that's my Alexa again. Then I want to get a clean blending brush and just blend out the edges really quickly. All right, I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Urban Decay Moon Dust in Space Cowboy. This is one of my favorite topping eyeshadow. So I'll just like really press it on really quickly, like so. And it gives it a little some. Okay, a little sparkle, a little shimmer. Okay, now that we've gone that on, I'm going to line my eyes, and there is a new liner that I want to use. It is the, where'd it go? It's the Clio Kill Black liner. It reminds me of like Kill Bill. This is from Korea, and this is a super proof brush liner. I'm a huge fan of brush liners, so a brush tip is like one of my favorite way to have my eyeliner be applied. Oh, I can never talk and do my eyeliner at the same time. Okay, my eyeliner went south really fast. So let me just clean this side up because I just kept going at it. Clean this up. Both the same. It looks like they're both the same. Alrighty. That's as good as it's gonna get. I always struggle with my eyeliner. So there's that. I'm going to clean up my under eye really quickly. And then I'm gonna re-prep underneath my eyes, of course. Because I wiped away all of the prep from earlier. Alright. For the prep underneath my eyes, I'm just going to be using the Prequel. I'm just going to grab a little bit in my hands. I'm just going to re-prep underneath my eyes so that there's a smooth base when the concealer goes on. And I'm not putting too much of this on because the moment you put too much on, your concealer is going to slip and slide everywhere. So there's that. And then the rest I just pat a little bit on my forehead and the rest of my face. Like very little bit of hydrating. And I've been really liking this a lot. The Prequel half and half moisturizer. Okay, while that is dry, I'm not gonna put on my skin foundation and concealer right away. While that's drying, I'm going to actually finish up my eyes. I'm going to put some mascara. I'm also going to put on some lashes. So today I will be using Allure one. I'm going to be using the bottom one right here so that my outer corner is a lot more lifted. And I'm going to use the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. It's the Sky High. So I just do like one coat of mascara before I put on my lashes, and this is just to base it before I put my lashes on. And then I'm gonna use my House of Lashes glue for this. All right. God, I love it when I have lashes on. It definitely just opens up my eyes. We're gonna take a quick pause on the eyes really quickly. I'm gonna go back to it in just a second. I'm going to actually work on my complexion right now, like get some foundation on my face. I'm going for more of a glamorous look today, so I'll be using my NARS Light Reflecting in Barcelona. It's an M4. I don't know if this shade still matches me, to be honest, but we shall see. Let me just see if this is a match really quickly. I don't think this shade matches me. Ugh, I probably have to do a lighter one, or actually let me just use something else. I'm gonna use something else. I'm going to use the Dior one. I think this one is a lot more like my skin tone. I need to get a new one of that one because that is not. Okay, let's try again. This time with the Dior. This is a Dior Forever foundation. I am in the shade 2N, and I'm pretty sure this one is a very good match for me. Okay, I think this is a much better match. And right now it's summer, and that shade from NARS, the Barcelona one, still does not, like, it's too dark for me. I'm really bad at matching myself with foundation. So this foundation is a full coverage foundation, so I'm not putting a ton on my face. Although I do want a fuller coverage, this gives me what I want. I do want to just thin it out a little bit. This foundation is also on like the thicker side, but it never disappoints me. All right. Now that the foundation is on, I'm going to bronze. I have a new bronzer. It's from Sacheu. It is the All Day Contour Stay. Contour Stay-In. And I already swatched this. This shade is medium cool. It is a really, like, it reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury in terms of the packaging. It's like a stick, and then the top has this like sponge that you kind of like just twist this and then it comes up. I swatched this yesterday, so some of the product already came out, but let me show you guys. And this is supposed to be meant to be like a contour shade more than a bronzing shade. So I am going to finally test it out on my face for the very first time. And I'm gonna go slowly with this because I don't actually know how pigmented this is. So let's just blend my temples out really quickly and get really close to my hairline. I'm actually gonna grab some on my hand because I don't want to waste any of the products and do the rest of my... I want to make sure I blend this all the way into my hairline so that I don't have like line between my scalp and the rest of my face. So there's that. And I have an uneven hairline anyway, so I definitely don't want to keep enhancing that. I'm gonna add a little bit more, just a touch right there. It's a really nice color. It's a really nice shade. Place this right here, and I want to blend this up. I don't want to blend this down. Placement is everything when it comes to contouring and highlighting, because if you place it too low, it just droops everything down. But this shade is like really, really nice. Oh, that's nice. I like this. I like this a lot. It gives me like this very nice like contour, very defined look. So I'll be continuing to use this. It blended out like super easy as well too. I'm like very happy with this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's like super blended and it's not lifting up my foundation either. Like it's just sitting on there. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in with some blush today. I am in between a couple of blushes right now. I might just do a little bit of a mixy somewhere. I was really thinking of doing Rare Beauty Charm all over and then either Joy or Grateful like right in the middle. Let's do Charm first and then we'll decide if we want to do Grateful or Joy on the center of the cheek. So I'm going to dot this up because we're going for more of a ombre look. I'm going to have Charm all over. You know, I should have done one cheek at a time. Totally forgot. So this is like an all over shade for me. There we go. So now that is all over, I am going to actually, I think I'm going to go with Grateful. This one, this orangey red. But I'm going to use the tiniest bit. So I'm just going to, right there, right there. Okay, maybe a little bit more. There you go. Just a little bit because Rare Beauty blushes are pigmented. And I just tap both sides out. And this one isn't going to go everywhere. It's just gonna go right here in the center. Making sure that's on like the higher side. Give myself a blushed out cheek. Like so, like it's way more concentrated right here. I know this looks a little crazy right now, but we are going to go in and clean it up in just a second. And then I'm gonna dot a little bit more right here, like so. I love blush. I know this is a lot of blush. I just really like blush. I'm a blush gal. I'm heavy-handed on my blush, and I understand. And then I go over the tops of my nose as well too, just so, again, cohesiveness. I really love a good cohesiveness in my makeup. All right, now that the blush is on, we get to clean it all up with concealer. And I mentioned before that I don't know how I feel about this concealer, the L'Oreal True Match, not Math. I'm going to give this another try today and probably have my final thoughts, but I already know it just doesn't feel right. The shade doesn't feel right. Either I'm doing the wrong shade or I don't know what it is, but this concealer just does not feel right on me specifically. We have that on and I look like a warrior. I'm going to blend my concealer out with the, where is it? The Angie Hot and Flashy A506 concealer brush. I always blend out my chin and my forehead first, just to give my under eye concealer and nose concealer a little bit of dry time. There's an order to my madness. Okay, once my forehead and chin is all blended out, I will blend this right here out. I save my inner and my nose last. So I make sure this concealer is making my eyes look lifted out here. There you go. Same with this side, like so. Super lifted. And keep blending it out like so. And then now I'm going to take this side and then I'm just going to tap it up and down first. I do crease a lot underneath my eye, so I don't want to like just swipe it all over. Like my favorite method is just doing this and then it just automatically just self blends, and then I'll go side to side, dragging whatever's left over all the way out, so that there's not like a ton of product all over and underneath my eyes. Like I really concentrate everything like right here. And then I take the rest and clean up my blush. Same on this side, and then blend it all out. Then take the rest and clean up the blush. So, all right. So the one thing, and I'll show you guys, that I don't really like about this concealer is that it's not very full coverage. So I feel like I always have to go in one more time, like right there. And I feel like I shouldn't have to do that because I've already concentrated the majority in this area previously. Like I wasn't dragging anything. So I feel like I have to have 2 layers. And then when I do the second layer, I'm very gently patting everything just to make sure it's not like getting rubbed everywhere. So, and then there's like a little bit more coverage underneath my eyes. And then now I'm going to blend out my nose, which is like super dry, but I really want that because it'll stay and give me this highlighted nose look, like so. All right, now that that is all on, I'm going to set underneath my eyes now. I've been loving the Kosas Feathery Cloud Set. So I will be doing setting underneath my eyes just like I did with my eyelids. So I'll be setting it with the N14 by BK Beauty. So I'll just go like this and just tap it all in just to make sure everything that I did previously is all laid down. And this powder is wonderful because it's so light. It's so airy. It's a baked powder. And because it's a baked powder, I feel like I can like put so much on without it looking cakey underneath my eyes. Once that is on, I want to go in with a loose setting powder. Because I am on an oilier side, I'm an oilier gal, I need my makeup to not budge and not move throughout the day. And the Kosas, although it's really good underneath my eyes because I don't like caking, I need a much more like hold it together powder. And the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder does just the job for me. It is in the shade Cupcake. So I'm gonna use this to go over my T-zone, all over where I usually get oily at. So just lightly tap this, and as well as the bridge of my nose, my chin, around my lip, right here, my cheeks, And then I lightly tap over again underneath my eyes, but like with the tiniest amount of powder. Since we already set, I just need this as like, you know, a backup in case something happens. Okay, once I've set everything down with the brush, I'm going to go in with one of these bad boys, a puff. This one's dirty, but just pretend it's clean. So I'm gonna go in with one of these puffs. I'm going to go like this into the powder, get a lot on there. And I'm gonna take the cap and like really pat it, like pre-pat, pre-blend, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to stamp it around my nose, my chin, my forehead, and then just lightly right around this area. I'm not putting it up in my eyes. I'm just going to put the rest, and I'm not dipping it back in either. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna pat this out. And this is just to ensure that everything stays in place. So there's that. That's everything in the powder. And then I'm just gonna get a powder brush and blend everything out and dust all the excess off. Alrighty. I'm gonna take a quick pause on the face and go back to my eyes. What I wanna do is to put some shadow on my lower lashes and then curl my lashes together so that they are mesh. So I'm going to go back into the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to go in with the same couple of shades that I used in the beginning right here. These three right here to really smoke and blend out my lower lashes. So I'm going to apply the darker shade right there, like so. Get it on my lash line, like that. Once that is on, sorry, my camera shut off for a second. Hope that video was saved. All right, now that we've blended the lower lashes out, I'm going to get an eyelash curler and just curl the lashes together. Now that my mascara is all dried, I want to do this when the mascara is dried because otherwise you're going to rip your lashes out. And I'm just gonna lightly just curl at the base, like so. Push it up, like that. Same with this eye, lightly curling at the base, just pushing it up, like so. How this is laying right now. I'm gonna go in with my liner one more time. This is not laying down nicely. That's kind of bugging me right now. This is not laying down. And then I'm going to bring back some life into my face. I'm gonna use this Merit, what is this? Merit highlighter stick? Looks like this. It's in the shade Cava. And I'm going to apply it with the tip of my finger, like my ring finger. And then I'm just going to tap it. Ooh, it's so good. This is so good. It's like one of my favorite. It's so good. And it just melts into my skin like that. See it? This is just to bring life back into my skin since we had a lot of powder and everything, just to make sure that I have a little glow. I love me a glow. And then we're just gonna put a little bit right here on the bridge of my nose. And then on the bridge of my nose. Right there. And some on my cupid's bow. Gosh, this lash is killing me right now. Like actually killing me right now. It's not laying the way I want it to be. It's like really bothering me. Let me see. See if a little eyeliner can fix this problem of mine. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. And I said this 3 times and I keep going back to fix it. But this, I swear, I'm not fixing it anymore. Okay, now that my highlighter is on, I'm going to put on my lip. And then we're pretty much out of here, I think. Anything else? I'm gonna grab my... I know. I said we would be out of here, but out of here after this and my lipstick. But I want a little something on my cheeks right now. Okay, that's it. I am crazy about blushes. And I'm gonna line my lips really quickly. I'm going to be using, I don't know what I want. I'm probably gonna do Wherever Walnut, and I'm gonna use this dirty to like, I wish I had a clean tissue box here. I totally forgot to bring it up. But anyway, I'm going to remove all of I'm going to wipe off the lip prep from earlier so we have something for the liner to grip on. I'm using the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. I really love the shade. Like, it's just so, the shade is so perfect. And I'm gonna shade it in as well too. I usually overline my Cupid's bow because I like it more like defined. And then everywhere else I follow my natural lip line. You guys can see this. This shade, so good. So freaking good. It's like one of my favorites. I'm going to use, I'm going to use this new sheer matte lip from Bisou. It's in the shade Bêtise. I was so excited to use this because this is very intriguing. It's like a sheer matte lip balm, and it's in such a beautiful package. And when I swatched it, it was like pretty sheer, but it gave a very nice color payoff. Wow. The texture of this, it's like a suede, velvety lip balm. Like if you were to put a lip balm on, instead of being glossy, it's like velvety. I like that shade. Feeling. I really like that on my lip. Okay, let me fix my hair really quickly and then I'll be back to do our final look as well too. So, 1 second. Alrighty guys, this is the final look. What do we think so far? I really love the way my eyes turned out. I'm super like blush, and this lip definitely blew me away. Like the feeling of the suede lip is fantastic. So this is the final look with my Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you in my next video. Toodles! Mwah!